Hello, parents.
Hello.
It is Miss Megan and Miss Alyssa again here, and we are here to introduce another parent-child interaction strategy. We'll actually be talking about two different strategies today, and the first one is around reducing questions. So a lot of times as adults, we want to ask children questions and see how much they know and how much they can share with us or even with others, or like show off to grandparents how much they know. But as a rule of thumb with children who are not communicating as much or having more of a challenging time kind of talking and expressing themselves, we actually say reduce questions. So a good idea is if you know the answer, then don't ask the question. So for example, if you say, oh, what color is it? Or what animal is that? Well, you already know the color may be orange or the animal is a cow. So don't ask your child. Instead, you want to go ahead and comment, which we have talked about in previous videos. So you're giving your child the language, the talking, the model that they need to learn and to use and feel comfortable using themselves. Another rule is for every one question that you ask to do at least 3 comments. So you're trying to balance not having too many questions and having more commenting. Because when you're commenting, again, you're giving them that good use of vocabulary, you're giving them a good language model that they will begin to imitate and learn what they should be saying. And as soon as they know it, they're going to start sharing that information with you, and you won't feel like you even have to quiz them or ask them those questions.
Okay, so I'm just going to do some quick activity ideas. So if your child is coloring, for example, they have a sheet of paper in front of them, and you can see on the sheet of paper that they're coloring a pumpkin. We'll go with the fall theme. So you see them coloring a pumpkin. Instead of asking, oh, what are you coloring, to get them to say pumpkin, you can just go ahead and model that for them. You are coloring a pumpkin. You are using the orange marker. That's a big pumpkin. Basic comments like that, again, model the language and give them that vocab of like big and using and coloring. So that's one idea. Another idea is if they're playing with their cars. So what are you driving? Instead of saying what are you driving, you can say, oh, the car is going fast, or the blue car is long for this instance. So just, again, modeling the language instead of kind of quizzing them like we had talked about.
And then the second strategy for this week is around choices. So it's kind of a nice segue from reducing your questions. If you do have to find out some information from your child, like let's say they got hurt, you could say, like, did you get hurt on your elbow or your stomach? So those choices can be good for that. And that can be a good way to ask a question that you really do need to get the information about because you don't know the answer to it. Choices can also give your child some control. So sometimes when children cannot communicate and express themselves, they may get frustrated, and you may see some undesirable behaviors that you don't necessarily want to see. By giving your child a choice, 2 choices that you have picked and you do not mind either one, like, do you want to wear your purple socks or your orange socks today? You don't really care which one they choose. It makes them feel like they have control, while you still know as the parent that actually you're happy with either of those choices. And then it also, do you want some juice or some water? It can, make them, again, feel like they have a say. There was one more I was going to discuss. The behavior, the control. Oh, and then I think I already did already. Just instead of asking those questions, you're kind of turning it into a choice. The other thing with choices is you'll have the actual, when you can, have the objects in front of you. And then that helps your student to attach if you say like water or juice and you have both of them, they'll attach, okay, this is the water and this is the juice. So they're linking the word and the choices that you're giving them to the actual objects that they're seeing in front of them. So that helps again with vocabulary.
And just in general, saying the words and giving the choice allows the child to hear the word instead of saying, oh, what would you like to drink? They might want juice, but they can't think of the word juice, or they can't think of the word water. So you can say, would you like juice or water? And then they have that model, oh, juice, I want this one. Regardless if you have the item or not, they're still able to hear the word to choose which one they want. So the same thing, kind of use some of the same examples. Would you like to color with crayons or markers? They might not be able to think of the word for crayon or the word for marker, but seeing them and having the verbal model allows them to make the connection and have the model for what they want to say. And then one more example for choices, if you're playing with cars and you have the cars in your lap, you can say, would you like the truck or the car? And they can pick which one they would like and be able to say it to you.
So again, if you guys have any questions or comments or concerns about any of these parent-child interaction strategies, reach out to us and let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you next week in another video. Bye!